Hey now, the mind corner, let's ride. Talking that real with proud, those by your side. Good vibes only, smooth and fine. The mind corner, yeah, you're right on
Hey, welcome back to the Mind Corner, the only place where we can drink, talk, and overshare because this is show business, babe. I am so excited, I'm proud, and I'm your host. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can say that. So yeah, and so today we have an amazing guest. Is one like friend of mine. So we basically met in a show. Like we actually performed in the same stage, the same show. It was really nice. It was really quite intimate. Like we have our friends there. Well, I have all my friends there, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have everyone. And after that, we actually connect. We went to the studio. We're trying to make some music. And now she's one of my guests today. So welcome, please, Sydney. How are you?
I'm alive. I'm alive.
You're alive, literally. You're not alive.
Do you know? Yeah, that's the main thing. As long as we're alive, we're happy.
You're happy, yeah. So I want to ask you a little bit, like, first of all, because we've been like so long that we don't see each other. Like,
That is very
like
true.
let's catch up a little bit, like how we've been. Tell me everything.
Everything. Okay. Everything summed up as shortly as possible would definitely be I finally started doing what I said I would.
Same.
Wow,
Same.
That's why we're here now. That's why we're
Literally.
here now. And we have to continue doing that. But basically, for the last 3 years since I've come to the UK, I've been like collecting projects, kind of like I've been making music with everyone I could find. I've been making music by myself. And now, in this year, since we haven't seen each other, I came up with a concept of how I feel comfortable as an independent artist to release that and share that with my people again. Because like I used to make music back in Germany, I told you, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I used to have like a little community, and then I kind of like didn't handle them very professionally, let's say.
Yeah.
By moving away into a new country completely and not doing anything artistic for like 3 years. So now we're kind of resurfacing, and I've released 2 songs now, but it's a 8-song journey in total.
Okay.
First I thought 7, but it's
So we're talking an album
kind of.
coming.
It is an album, but it's like overall kind of more like an arts project with music.
That's so
It's
cool.
called Bipolar, and basically
It sounds so like me.
it is kind of like the world, I would say. Do you know, everything good comes with the bad, everything kind of comes in these measures. So it's just a very broad metaphor. But basically, yeah, so the entire concept about it is not just the emotional bipolarness of like my life and my world, but it's also about the music because, yeah, I'm one of those people, I kind of want to do everything.
Yeah.
And I love every genre. So I kind of tend to fuse them, and people always used to say, nah, you shouldn't do that. It's not good. You need to focus like on your product, find your genre, find your niche. Do you know? So this product, basically what I'm doing right now is an entire rebellion against that, because I'm just like, okay, I'm going to release 4 songs which are traditional genres.
Yeah.
And I'm going to release 4 songs which are absolute menace fusions of like my world, you know? So the first song that was a fusion was Just Like Me, which I released last month. And now we have No Damn, which is the first song, which is an actual genre like blues. So
That's amazing. So yeah, because basically, because it's your first time in the Mind Corner, so we're gonna tell you a little bit how it's gonna go, yeah? Because I wanted to introduce like to my people, to everyone, to know exactly who you are. So we're gonna do a Q&A, you know what I mean? Because you were talking a lot about your music, and I'm really excited. You say something really interesting, that is that you don't want to like put yourself in a box, yeah, musically. You know that's the best thing you can do. Do you see Rosalia new album? Help! What the fuck? You didn't? Like, if you like music, like fusion music and everything, she just made an amazing album. Looks,
hear about
I think it's Looks. You need to listen to it. Like, I cannot believe like someone just put #1 in Spain and in the world. Like, what's the style of music? It was like opera.
Oh yeah, no. See, I saw
Like
that video.
Bergen. I don't know. You could probably speak better than me. It's German though. Oh no, I think it is.
I don't think it was German. I think it was like some.
My accent, but
pretty sure.
it was something like that. Anyway, so you need to check it out. It's so crazy. She's doing this great thing because she is not staying in one box. So you're doing amazing. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Well, I think kind of that's the only way you can go, because like if you look at the industry, you yourself said you don't really like the music industry too much right now, and I very much agree with that because
Hate it.
because at the end of the day, like we've come to the point where every genre kind of is a fusion, and every artist kind of has certain influences from something that has happened before. It's very rare that you find something that is very unique. So like the chance of achieving like success is trying to be as unique as possible most times if you're not a cover band or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why like that's all.
Everything is created already. Like, for example, for me, now, I'm just a pop singer. Like, that's how I classify myself. I'm a singer, but I'm a pop singer. Because, well, I can do some, like, bachata, some Spanish, you know what I mean? But, like, my thing is pop. Like, if you move me to... Well, when I was in a contract with the Beatles, I was singing the Beatles in pop because my voice is pop. You know what I mean? So when you are just made of one thing... So it's really hard for you to shape to a different thing. Like for me, it's really hard. When I see myself on the stage, the first thing I'm thinking is like, oh, I want to sing some pop. You know what I mean? It made me feel comfortable. So yes, like the good thing about you is that you are so versatile. You know, like you can do everything. Like my mom actually was talking today about my mom, and I'm Sidney's going to the podcast because she saw you in the stage when we met. And my mom was like, I have videos of her in the phone. Like she's so good, and like that was so exciting. So that's when you go live, because one of the things that I love about you, you always are performing. You are always on the stage, and that is so cool. Like yesterday, I went into your Instagram, and all of a sudden I see that you just posting there a new song that like with like live instruments and everything. I was like, that's so sick.
Oh, thank you.
That's so good.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so we're gonna go with the Q&A. From the Q&A,
Ooh, with the question.
yeah, we're gonna go for the Q&A, and from the Q&A, we're gonna move to our sections. Yeah, that is the DNA of the show. So you want to see a little bit what I create, because things that you don't know, guys, is like we talk about this podcast before actually happen, before I actually think about it. We went to the studio once in Cube, but it was in Canary Wharf, I think. We went there. We have an amazing studio system that we didn't end up doing anything.
Well, I still have 2 recordings.
Oh, you still have it? That's so good. So yeah, so we ended up going to like record some music and everything, and I just turned around. I was like, why don't I start a podcast? Why don't we start a podcast? And she was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's meet the next day or next week or something like that. Well, bye. I went literally to Greece to be in a boy band because that's life. That's how I work. And so, yeah. So now I'm going to ask you some questions about your life for the people to see who you are, because you're a really interesting person. And I love that. I love that about you, girl.
I appreciate that.
So when you go to your Instagram, you say that you love to blend. Like, you love to blend genres and everything. That's what we're talking, yeah? So how would you describe your music for the people that are out there? You know, when you go to Spotify and you post something, it asks you in a box. Yeah, what would you do?
But it does give you the opportunity to actually press fusion. So like,
Oh, it's a new thing?
Yeah, fusion, electronic fusion. There's like different genres you can press, and you can press up to 3. And with my distributor, like Amuse, which is an independent distributor, you also have the opportunity to like specify which genres you're gonna like use. So basically I just usually choose the 3 genres that are like most recognizable. But if I would have to describe my music, I would just say that it's literally fusion music.
It's just a fusion.
Yeah. Like why do I have to specify it more? I mean, literally so many things we don't have to specify this day and age. Why would
guys, this is like sexuality. Who the fuck gave a fuck? Who the fuck you fuck?
Exactly. Stop asking these questions, Zach.
Yeah, literally. Stop putting me there.
Literally.
So you are just a fusion, yeah?
Yeah, I think my music, like me as a person, I think I'm pretty I'm a fusion as well. But like, if we're just talking music, it's probably like a modern and classic fusion. That's probably quite
amazing. Highlight that. I like that.
I like that.
So you are a performer, writer, producer, and engineer. Basically, a one-woman creative studio. That's so sick, you know? So which version of Sidney show up first when you're making songs? Like, which one is the first one? Like, when you go in, like, to start, like, writing songs or something, which one will be is the first version of you?
If I'm by myself,
If you're by
definitely, like, I'll first do a beat. Like, it's kind of like I wouldn't say it's just composing, because making beats, I think, is quite different to like attempting to singer-songwriter, like compose a song kind of situation. But it also kind of varies on like the emotion I'm in. If I want to do something really sad and emotional, I'll definitely sit down on the piano and I'll be writing and composing. But if I'm like in a bit of like, oh fucking hell, I hate you, or like, what did you do? Do you know, like then I'll I'll definitely make a beat first, bounce a little bit, improvise, and then I'm like, oh, this is actually sick. And then I'll start writing some proper lyrics.
Okay, that's sick.
Little routine there.
That's sick. Anyway, we're talking about the different versions of you as an artist, yeah? Which one will, like, is the one that give you more trouble? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, that's definitely the performer, because people always like assume because you have like confidence on stage, yeah, but that you'll be like a cocky person or something. But what they don't see, and that's often the case when they're not like artists themselves, is that if you don't believe in yourself and your product, nobody fucking else does. You know?
Real.
So like you can't actually like be that insecure about it or like timid, because otherwise they'll listen even less than they do when you shout.
Real.
That's what I would say. That's kind of that.
Do you listen to your own music a lot?
Oh, I find it kind of cringe when it comes on my Spotify. I'm like, oh, that feels like
Because
I'm trying to buy my own streams.
I think we all go through that. Like, I think the same thing because well, there's some days that I'm like, okay, let me listen to my music and I put in repeat, yeah. But there's other days like my friends are putting it in a car or something, and I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it, please, no.
No, I don't mind when other people put it on. I do take it as a like
Supporting.
compliment. Yeah,
That's cute.
I'm like, oh, you like the sound of it? I appreciate that. But like for me, myself, and if I listen to my music, I mainly listen to like the unreleased stuff mainly as well.
Okay.
And then I listen to it like on my like saving files. You know? So then I don't feel too much like a traitor.
Yeah, that's nice. Have another like we're gonna talk about different projects as well because you also are the CEO of the collective 555.
Oh, yeah,
Can we talk about this? That's so exciting. Like
We
you are a
can.
person. When was the time that you were like the industry is not giving this to me? I just gonna make it happen. How that happened?
How did that happen?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good question. So when I first came here, I started working for like an independent label. And that independent label did events as well. So
Yeah.
like for a lot of the artists that we had, well, we didn't have too many. We had like 3 at some point, and then it was 2. But for the artists we actually curated like release parties, events and all that. So that's when I first realized, oh, I'm actually not too bad at doing this, first of all, because like the people I invited and the events I curated, they went very well. So I was like, how about after the independent label went bankrupt?
Oh
like,
my
how about me
gosh.
starting a career by myself, because I felt like I couldn't really rely on anybody other than myself. So it kind of was also like out of hurt that I started that project, because I was like, so many artists don't really get seen for like all the efforts they put into their project. And I also felt like neglected myself to a certain extent, because I was like, I put a lot of effort into that independent label,
Yeah.
and they didn't let me go in a nice way. That was like a traumatic experience in itself. Like they didn't even want to fire me. They just didn't tell me they had no money and then
Oh
pay
my
me. And stuff. I was like,
gosh.
excuse me, I appreciate you liking me, but you have to tell me.
Yeah, literally, that's how it works.
But yeah, so then I did my first event in November, in the first year I was here, like fucking 3 years ago, November, 2023, I think.
Yeah.
And that was at the Notting Hill Arts Club. So that was actually a really nice venue. And I called it Views because I really like the concept of having different genres on stage. And that's kind of when my collective 555 came into play the first time, because I was like, okay, I want to kind of build something where people know that they are appreciated for whatever kind of music they do. And I also want to kind of put it on the stage and pay them, or like give them an opportunity at least to like reach certain people. So even though like the pay for like my now event, Songs and Stories, isn't very high for the artists, we just split the like concert tickets and all that, it's still like kind of a statement that I'm trying to bring across. So that kind of formed, like said, 2023 November. And it went pretty damn well, the event, the first one I did as well. I had 8 different artists, so 8 different genres.
Oh, that's
as well on
crazy.
stage, which was pretty interesting. And from that, my new event, Songs and Stories, at some point then developed, which I'm now hosting once a month at the Map Studio Cafe in Kentish Town West. And that kind of is more for like portraying like similar like genres at one night. Like it's kind of themed, but it also has like very much individuality going on with like up to 7 artists performing in one night.
Okay.
The last one actually was really amazing because I started my new uni course this year. So I started off the last event with actually inviting a lot of people from my university to perform, and it was just such a good opportunity to actually get to know them.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's so many people on the course, you know, and you don't always have the opportunity to listen to everybody else because they also be in like other courses. But that was a really nice opportunity. So now I have Songs and Stories and the collective, which has been a little bit neglected lately, but I do my event and I have them planned like monthly occurring. So we won't give up.
That's so
just
good.
Grow, just grow.
That's so good. One other thing that I wanted to ask is like, as you say, you are being performing everywhere, like around London. You probably did in Germany as well, no? Or Berlin
I've
or something.
performed in Germany,
Yeah.
but since I've come to London, I've mainly performed like in Northwest London, unless some people
Yeah.
invited me somewhere else. I can't lie. I'm quite the person. I like being in my environment, especially
Yeah.
because London is so big, and I felt so lost in the beginning.
It's huge.
Now that I know my area, I'm just like, yeah, find me in Camden, bitches. Find me there.
Ah, it's the best place for artists to be honest, Camden.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't
Why
sign
not?
that because, like, at the end of the day, as an artist, you should like go everywhere, not just to the place. You
Yeah,
feel
but at the same
comfortable.
time, this is like, I don't know, like when I go to Camden Town, like I feel the art, you know what I mean,
Yeah, I love
everywhere.
that as
You
well.
go to like a small pub or you go whatever and there's live music playing.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in central London. That doesn't happen in Croydon. Do you know what I mean? So of course we need to perform everywhere, but it's nice to know where to go for a safe place to go, like and see
Yeah,
new
that is
things.
true.
You know what I mean?
That
So
is
I like that. So the question that I have for you is, you've been in so many stages, yeah, like performing and everything. Like, did you like when was the time when you like went into the stage and you were like, this has changed me? Because every experience changed you, yeah. But like one time in your life that you remember being in the stage and that's changed something on you. That ever happened? That ever happened?
Well, yeah, it happened a few times, but in different ways. Do you want to hear
Okay.
like a positive one or a
Doesn't
negative
matter.
one?
Like that's the whole point of the podcast is to know the goods and the bads,
Okey-dokey.
the highs and the
Well,
chaos.
I would say one of the best moments I had on stage was in front of a really, really large crowd, like before I left Germany. That really was such a nice experience because I saw so many people that I knew, but I also saw so many people that I didn't know. And I mean, I take it as a great compliment if either of those parties likes my music, but just seeing people like being really like, oh, that's actually better than I thought. You know, like I love that
Yeah.
look on people's faces. But I also once already had it, well, not just once, but especially since I started playing with like promoters in London, I can't lie, not just unfair prices and that ratios that they do, but also like the gigs often don't turn out too nicely. So I've had it before where there's like hardly anybody in the room, or even playing in like pubs where they pay you, but then you sit like next to the bathroom or in front of a TV
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
football's on or something, and you're just like, nobody gives a shit that I'm here, but I have to continue doing my thing, otherwise I don't get paid.
Yeah, it's work. Yeah.
So yeah, like both of those kind of give you something that you can walk away with that makes you better as an artist and better as a person, but it can also, obviously, because it's quite the emotional thing, sharing your music, it can have quite a high impact, you know. So obviously the positive things will make you be like, or made me in particular be like, fuck yeah, I want more of this, I need to show more of myself, my music and all that. But then obviously also if you have these negative moments, sometimes you ask yourself like, is this really the way to go?
I know. I know exactly where you, like when I used to work in Ibiza, yeah. There were some nights that we were enjoying so much the stage. There was another time where you are like down because you feel like the audience is just down. You know what I mean? So I know exactly how like what you were talking about. But yeah, it was actually one time in Ibiza that our mics didn't work. We have head mics, yeah. Like actually they didn't work, and I think that it was such a mess. But I think it was one of the hype up shows that we ever had that season. You know, like people was dancing. We were struggling. We were like, do you see in Disney Channel? I don't know if it's Hilary Duff or something that she's like performing like that and it doesn't work, and she's like the mic.
The mic. I think I've seen that.
So
yeah.
we were like that. We're looking at each other. We're like.
Please,
We were
please
putting it
help
here.
us.
Yeah. So I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I want to talk a little bit more deep because you're a really like creative person, like so creative. I was like. I'm lucky enough that I seen you live. I share a stage with you. Like we went to studio. So I'm lucky enough to know how much talent do you have. So can you explain us a little bit any project that you have coming, albums, anything you were talking at the beginning? So explain a little bit deep in it because it was one that I was listening yesterday, just like me. Can you tell me about it? Because that was so raw. It was so yeah.
Yeah, okay, so just like me, that is one of my favorite creations I had in the last 3 years because that's also why I started like this Bipolar project, which is
Yeah.
my bigger project with this song. It's kind of just like a really good combination, I think, of like my very European background with like my English banter kind of, because like I got that mixed culture going on there. And it's just a really direct way of saying that I think we're all very like hypercritical of everything. It's kind of like sarcastic to an almost like certain extent, especially in the second verse, you know, but like the first verse, yeah, you're just like me, another boss ass bitch succeeding on the daily. I hope like we all
Yeah.
do that, you know. That's just like a little statement I wish for all of us. And I've learned a lot about manifestation as well. So I like to talk about the things I want to achieve and the things that I have achieved in like a positive light. But I also obviously, I think I'm quite a reflected person, and that's why the second verse kind of has like that edgy tone to it of kind of like a certain degree of offense. Like, I mean, the second verse, let me just quote it here. I find it quite funny. Is yeah, you're just like me, another mummy's boy looking for his wifey. Scratch your balls
love that.
again, but this time tell me, is there a whiff of success coming quickly? Like, okay, what does she mean by that? My metaphor for that was basically that I see the world sometimes as a very misogynistic, ignorant man. Not because I hate man. That's just a really good metaphor for me personally. I like men, don't get me wrong. Don't get
I
me
like
wrong.
them too.
Exactly, but like then it's a really good metaphor sometimes if you've had that before as a person where somebody just like looks at you, like looks down at you, and in my case that has more often unfortunately in the music industry been men than women, and they'd like they scratch their balls and they really don't give no shit. Like this has actually happened to me. That's why I'm just like,
Oh
yeah,
my
scratch your balls
God.
again, but this time tell me, is there a whiff of success somewhere? Because like often these people have talked more shit than they have actually succeeded. I had this one producer this year who I paid £450 for a mix and master because I already engineered all the songs. I did the entire work, yeah. I just wanted to pay him for a mix and master because it's
For the final piece, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
do
the
you
extra
know?
touch.
And he was like, oh yeah, actually like in Joy Studios in Soho,
Yeah.
there's like Warner production
Yeah, yeah.
rooms and everything. He came up with the biggest lie of him like owning part of the studio and like trying to basically get it on with me. Then I was like, okay, keep it business. Paid him, had a contract. He until this day has never sent me the songs, right? But wanted me to come to his cottage outside of London to collect them, just as a statement, so you understand why
What the
some
fuck?
men are the metaphor here in the music business. Because like literally, he thought I was so stupid that I had to go to the cottage to collect my mix and master.
That you can
That's
send
a
with
file,
transfer.
bitch.
You can send
It's
with
a
transfer,
fucking
brother.
file. Do you want it to kill me or rape me? What was the thing? Like, please.
Yeah, or maybe in different order.
Well, maybe exactly. You never know.
Crazy.
But that's why that song kind of was like the starting point. It was like, hey, shout it out loud, we back. It was like we got something to say. And then like No Damn, the second song, is kind of like a more like civil approach to basically saying, all right, we've dealt with that now. There is shitheads out there, but there's also good people. But we just don't give a damn about the shitty people. It's like, try not to call me no names. Try to keep your thoughts for yourself, do you know? Because like at the end of the day, we all live life. You live yours, I live mine. That's kind of the message of the second song.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have more fun in the future because, like I said, there's going to be 8 songs in total.
I am so excited to
Me
be honest.
too, man.
Are you gonna have like a listening party or something?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, I'm gonna be there.
Oh, yeah.
And I will bring you guys all the information.
It's
I'm
gonna
so
It's
excited.
going to probably be in May or June, something summery.
Okay,
I
okay.
want to have like a bit of a party vibe, let's say.
That'd be good.
It's going to be so good.
With wine. Guys, I love wine. If anyone want a
True.
sponsorship, please wine.
Give him wine, quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, wine, please.
Give him
Wine if it's
wine.
possible.
White
But
wine.
yeah. So really nice, like really nice what you were talking about, because this is another side of the industry that we don't talk about really like often. As a woman in the industry, yeah. What would you say to these kids or these little girls that they are looking to work in the industry? How would you tell them to protect themselves in the industry and everything? Because what you just been told, like this man was trying to take you to a cottage just to get your own music. You are smart enough to do this, but people that is following the dream, or maybe younger girls, it will actually do this kind of thing. So it will be there, like, you know what I mean? So like, what would you tell to these people that they're chasing the dream?
I think really that, especially like, what we really have to take into consideration is our like first initial gut feeling. Like if you get like a really excited feeling, that's often like if you get good news news that are too good to be true, they're often not true, first of all, yeah. But if you get like this really anxious kind of, oh my god, I'm so happy kind of feeling, like where it just is almost overwhelming, that often has actually like faulted me into thinking something was good, that actually gave me like real anxiety, do you know? So like I think like that is a kind of a slight indication. Then also, like I said, if it's too good to be true, it's often not true. Then if there's like if they have a problem with putting up a contract or something like that, or putting things in onto paper, that's always a like red flag. But as we see in my case, it can also be done and then just neglected, because it's quite hard in the UK to actually solve these matters in court.
Yeah.
But as a little, the ISM, which is like an independent society for musicians, they have actually like legal advice and a legals team. As a student and as a young musician, you have the opportunity to sign up to that for very little money, and it is very beneficial. Then also, I would say, try and really like go into all these opportunities and stand your ground. Be strong. Don't try and be liked by certain people to get something, because that often gets you in trouble rather than that it gets you where you want to go. Other than that, I think
That's a
there's
really
not
that's a
too
really good
much.
thing. That's a really good thing. Thank you, thank you. You know, because this is the whole point of the show, is to tell this kind of stories. Because I didn't actually tell you like why I create this show. Like I was actually talking, and
Tell
like
me.
production was like, just start the podcast. And you say it when you're here. So yes, like I create this podcast because I was so fed up with the industry, but at the same time I was like, okay, I give so much to this industry, and what I'm getting is just mental health problems, anxiety, and I have a guest in the show that they were telling me how much they love being on the stage, how much they feel, things that I kind of become numb to everything in music. Like I start really young, and I started like weirdly, because I started like I always been this person that in Alicante, for example, that people knows, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like it was just like since I was a kid, I feel like I just start. I don't know what actually happened, that I never be myself. Everyone was thinking about everything around, but like no one actually get to know me. Yeah. So I'm going to point out, well, when they sent me to Italy, that I had a contract to go to Italy. They sent me to Fashion Week and everything. Like I have an assistant. Everything was crazy. It was so cool. But when I was on the stage, I was singing covers, and I was like, and people was taking pictures, and I was like, why? I was like, what are you gonna do with that picture now? You're going home. There's nothing on my Spotify. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Like for me, it was so unreal. And I was like,
Yeah, true.
it was all put in my head, and I was like, okay, so you are so cute. Like someone knocked the door, and it was like the price is in the hall in the hotel, because they were taking us as this big thing. When it was not real, and I was like, "Who is all these people? These people pay to be here? Like, I don't get it." Of course, I was opening a act, but I was being treated as part of the act.
They probably got obsessed with you because you're a good person and you're talented. But then on the other hand, I do see that point of you saying like, is it really you if it's like if you feel like the covers maybe didn't present you or your
Yeah,
opinion,
it's like when you. I think the whole point of being an artist is to share what you have. You know what I mean? Like for me, it was a talent that's so cute, and that's whatever you wanna say. You know what I mean? But in that time, I didn't know who I was, and I don't know what I was selling. I just was everywhere. I was in different places. I did TV show in Spain. I had my radio show program in Spain as well, where I met so many famous people. I went on fashion weeks in Milan and everything. Till the point now that I. I delete all my social medias because I was like, this shit's not real. I was like, I still living, like telling the people that this is my story when it's not. Because now when I hit 28, 26, 27, is when I realize who I am, know who I was that time. So people was telling me who the fuck I have to be. So I reached the point now that I'm like, this industry has like never been for me. Because like that's me, like it's that never been for me. Like I love to sing and I will love to sing, but right now, for example, I don't see myself going on tour. I don't want to go on tour. I will never. If someone offer me right now to go on tour, bye 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 bye. No, like literally last summer, I don't know how many shows. The summer before, how many shows did I do with the boy band? I did like I don't know, like every night we have one show. Sometimes we have even two shows, and it's like 1 hour and a half show. So. And that created me so much anxiety because you don't know how much energy we put in stage. Like people doesn't know how much energy because people think it's like we have talents and it's so cool. You just go there and perform. No, no. We go there and we give our everything. It's all energy. When we finish the show, we are like hype up, but we are energy down. You know what I mean? So
adrenaline's
the
of the
adrenaline
show,
is
but you're
out.
actually
Yeah.
very empty. Yeah.
So I reached the point where I was like, I'm giving too much and I'm receiving too little. And I was like, this is not for me. And I'm thinking about it. I have friends that are famous and all that kind of things. Everyone feels the same way.
Well, I think in general, like, I mean, this industry is only really rewarding, like, if you want a financially rewarding industry, like, at a very, like, high end point, kind of, you know, unless you make it very, like, I mean, you can also be very lucrative by selling your services to, like, weddings and also playing shows, but then you're back again at doing something that you maybe don't really like doing because of, like, the covers and, like, you have to cater to a certain group and, like, expectation. But then on the other hand, I also think like, yeah, it's very, very draining. But if you, for example, like me for now, I have other jobs as well, of course, that I
Yeah.
have to do. I study as well, so I get funding from that currently. But I also try and like always keep at least 1 foot of my earnings in like the music. So if it's not paid gigs or something like that, then I'll try and do like either like a little production session, do you know, give a singing lesson here and there, do you know.
Yeah.
So I'll be like doing that kind of stuff to kind of feel connected to it, even though it's such a like basically
Yeah.
you don't feel that connection if you just do your artistry, your music, and yeah, nobody pays you for it, you know. But
Yeah.
that's why I kind of manipulate myself to thinking into that. But I really, really do get you on that point. And also with the aspect, what you said before that previously, where you were like, it took me some time to find myself and I felt like I wasn't really me. That's why I'm doing my entire project right now, because it also took me a lot like of distance from my family and also from where I grew up to actually be capable to reflect, hey, dang, who am I? Where do I come from
Do
and
you do
who
you
am
do you
I?
reach that point already, like knowing who are you and where you are?
Yeah, I had an entire like mental breakdown in the first year of my being here, where I was like, "Fuck, you know, everything I thought was real is not real.
Well,
I'm
but
not
like
who I think
that's
I
but that is
am."
beautiful, you know,
It
because
was, but not in
it
the moment. Not in the moment.
was.
Survived that.
No, but like the thing, because right now you tell me like I don't think I reached the point yet where I know as an artist who I am. Like I don't know. Like you go into my YouTube and you see someone so cool there with fire everywhere and everything, and I'm so proud and I'm gonna take it my whole life and be like I'm so in love with this project I've done, but at the same time I'm like, who am I? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm sitting down here, I'm as proud and I'm really excited because this is kind of like a character I create to protect everything. Whoever has to say something bad about me is proud. You don't know who is behind this. You know what I mean? I'm protecting that. I'm protecting everything. Like you know what I mean. So that's why I create proud, and that's what the whole show is like. It's because it could be actually myself, but like it's part of me, but it's not my
That is
total
your
self.
artist then.
Yeah.
That's the
But
product.
so you're lucky if you reach the point of you know who you are.
Well, the thing is, like, of course, I won't know who I am, like, for certain, but, like, I feel like I've started to get to know myself very well, especially as an artist. I'm not saying as a person too much, but as an artist, I feel like I just really like to, yeah, press a few boundaries and just be very narcissistic with my musical decisions. Do you know? I'm just like,
Yeah.
if you don't like it, there's so much out there you could listen to. You don't have to actually listen to my stuff, but I'm just gonna start like actually showing you what I like and what I think is funny and cool. And I also always try to have a certain little message in it. Do you know, like the next song I'm releasing is gonna actually be like a little love song.
Oh,
But
why?
it's
Tell
actually dancey,
us.
dancey. Oh no, I don't know.
Tell
See,
us.
that's where Sidney Busby has to stay Sidney
Oh,
Busby and be
that's when
very
we
rap.
don't. That's what we protect. Yeah.
That's why I'm very German. I don't really share my emotional business when it comes to that.
Only music.
Only music, yeah. But I also really like talking about like philosophy and like psychological things. Like that's what I link my music to a lot because I really like to think about how we grow like throughout our experiences, no matter if they're good or bad. Do you know? But like I really, really enjoy like overthinking situations and being like, oh, if that would have gone different, how would I have turned out? You know, and things like that. So
Yeah.
that is kind of where my emotional aspect comes in. And also, obviously, when you feel very sad, when you feel very happy. And in my songs, I also do like to talk about love. I have a few songs on this album which are about like love or like finding love, losing love, and all these kind of things. So I do enjoy it, but it's like a certain barrier has to exist, like you do with Proud, basically.
Yeah.
So I have to be a little bit of a barrier.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really good because you say something really important that I think it will be nice to tell
Sweet.
people. It's nice. Do you
It's a
like it? It's
sweet
Sauvignon.
wine.
I love Sauvignon. My favorite wine ever is Sauvignon Blanc.
I don't have a favorite wine.
You just drink it.
No, I like whiskey sours.
That's her artist side, or that is Sydney. We will
both.
never know.
That is both. That is truly both. And if we want to, we have a little Glenfiddich on the box.
Yeah, so that's something really important that you just said is like sometimes no, I think like every single artist, I'm so sorry, but I think it's something like we separate our persona as an artist as who we are as normal people, you know what I mean? I think we do separate that.
We're not normal.
No, we're not normal. Like we are bipolar. Like her album that is coming next year.
Next year.
Oh no, it's this year. It's this year.
True, it's this year.
It's this year. Well, we don't know. It can be next year, 2027. You never know.
Is it this year?
It's
We know.
this year.
We know. Everything's scheduled.
Yeah. So that's really interesting what you just told me, and I think that you are a really deep person, like a really emotional, deep person. Are you into drugs or something?
No, not like that, really.
Okay, good.
I have done drugs before.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about it.
Okay.
Which
have a funny
ones?
story.
So we don't talk about love, but let's talk about drugs.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But no, this is an
rock
artist's
band, don't
life.
you know?
It's just music. It's just the
Sex and drugs
industry.
and rock
Go
and
and
roll.
Google it. You know, P Diddy and all that shit. You know,
Nah,
Google
not
it.
that shit. Ooh, take that, baby
Creepy. Okay, so like before we move to the next segments, to the segments that are gonna explain you everything, can you tell us a little bit your social medias where people can like look for the album soon and
yeah.
everything? Tell us everything to our amazing listeners, our amigos.
Amazing amigos.
Yeah.
Hello. No, okay. You can find me on all the platforms, even Facebook, in case some of you.
Except OnlyFans, by the way, you sick minds.
Ooh. No, I'm not on OnlyFans. Who would want to see that?
Yeah. Oh, girl.
I did a funny little face in that camera. Blend that in there. Blend that in there.
Blooper.
Exactly.
So yeah.
No, but it's Sidney Busby. It's literally just Sidney and then Busby like
What's
the
up?
buzz. B-U-S.
Do you have any like
B-Y.
downline, anything weird?
Yeah, but it shouldn't hold them up. Like
We'll find it
you've
now.
got this, I
You'll
believe
find
in you.
it.
Just
Anyway,
follow
like
the
I actually
spelling.
was searching you yesterday on Google, and the only thing that I got it was just shows. It was like
That's good.
it was gigs
That's good,
coming
no
out,
drama.
gigs coming out. So if you actually just put her name on Google, you're gonna reach the point. So yeah, so go and check her out because like I told you, yeah, Google, it's really nice. Because she's really like everything that she does is coming from herself. No one is working for her. She do everything herself. That's really nice. It's really like this is an amazing talent. Like after this episode, I'm gonna go to the studio and I'm gonna record I'm gonna record something and I'm gonna be like trying to find it out.
I don't want to like leave anyone out. I did record my analog songs at Spiritual Records with Jack Trouble, and the mixes from the analog music are done by Wayne. I can also send you the tags in case
Yeah.
people are interested in really good like,
Yeah, of course.
production or like especially the mix and master by Wayne. Fuck yeah, really good. Dude,
Amazing.
man.
So, and like every episode that I'm gonna be posting, so I'm just gonna put links. So I will ask you, send me any links that you want me to put there, even for collective,
Yeah, that'd be really good.
gigs, anything that
Like
come in,
being
and we're
so
just gonna leave it there.
appreciated,
People
you
can
know?
check in Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts,
Yeah.
everything. It's
love this
exciting.
podcast.
Oh my God, thank you, babe. I love that you're here.
I love to
And the
be
thing
here.
is, like, this is like a safe space for every single artist. So we're gonna be like creating this, and we have wine, so we overshare.
We have
I
wine.
always gonna send you the final cut, and it's gonna be your decision what you want to be posting. If you feel uncomfortable, it's all about you and how you feel, how you portray yourself to the people that's gonna listen to us. Yeah, because this is a podcast made by a musician for musicians and for people that love this music but hate the industry. All right, Sid. Welcome to the price tag. Okay, so I create this segment to expose the real cause behind chasing your dreams. You know what I mean? You were talking a little
Ooh.
bit about it because
Ooh.
I think like people doesn't know like is what we spend. Like for example, you spend 400, almost 500 pounds in a pair apparently because you never got back your music your thing
I
back.
got the money though because I
Oh,
reported
okay.
into the thing. I was like fraud.
Okay, good.
Oh, I'm not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you are allowed. Like
allowed.
here, we are all free. I actually put in and when I open the thing in all platforms, I put that it's explicit. Like you know what I mean. I'm sorry. I like I used to work in the stage and there were skits in the stage and I was talking. Oh fuck! Oh this. So I could not hold it back. I'm really sorry. So yeah. So talking about the price tag, like what's the real price tag in your dream? Big like long nights, I don't know, self doubts, mental health, rehearsals,
I
like
thought
you
we
know what I
were
mean, like
talking
cardio,
financial. I'm an independent artist. I'm like, dude,
financial.
like
So let's
literally.
get deep in it. Like let's get
I
deep about it.
mean, if you wanna like actually successfully market your music as an independent artist, like you need a big budget if you want to have a professional mix and master. Even if you produce yourself already, yeah, and do everything else yourself, you at least need to invest into a professional mix and master if you can't do that yourself, to make sure that the quality that you've worked for is like also capable to be like listened to on all those platforms, because some distributors actually like lower qualities and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so you have to look out for that, pay for that. That usually like varies price wise on how many stems you have and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But it also like obviously on the quality of the engineer or like the experience, not always quality, but that's like usually at least like 80 or 100 pounds for like one mix, you know. It only goes up from there unless you have special friends and special deals. But like and then like getting your song, if you then have that master, then you need to make sure you have content for it. So investing into like film, camera, all that, you probably fucking know. Either
I
you need a subscription
know.
or you need to get the equipment, depending whatever you need, what you can cater for as well. Because often like buying equipment you
Yeah.
cannot afford, so you tend
Yeah.
to go to these subscriptions where you then load yourself up, like me as a producer, with plugins as well. These are like additional costs nobody talks about if you produce your own music and you don't crack all of them. Then you actually have to pay for some of it,
Real.
like good equipment in your studio. And then when you have all of that already covered, then like said, content, maybe even playlists, pitch that. And even like most people who do magazines and podcasts these days, they want you to be like, okay, you can come on, but it's $25 an hour, do you know? So like it's all like an industry that tries to profit rather than benefit from each other right now. So that also makes it kind of hard. And then like we're talking like hundreds to thousands, depending on how much money you have to spend. You can continue spending, like pitching to playlists. Groover is probably the cheapest option, but you can also get into higher playlists if you actually know some people in contacts. You can buy yourself in there, having a promoter, having somebody who actually like promotes your music, or an actual distributor. Those things you can also invest music into those like platforms. Then yeah, like literally I could continue talking about this for hours, thousands if you want
But that's
to.
good because you really like you know what I mean, and maybe this is something that for our listeners, our amigos, it will be important for them to know if anyone is like thinking to start like this kind of dream, you know. So you were giving them a lot of tips. You were talking as well about like lost society or something before, about you know what I mean, when the rapist you were talking about a little association that you sign up and
Oh,
it will
that,
help you,
yeah,
you know what I mean. So like
exactly.
that's really nice because you know, and that right now whatever you just said is gonna help so many people that maybe they don't know where to start. So thank you.
Of course.
Thank you,
Of
you
course, of
girl.
course, of
So
course.
you guys need anything, send her a DM.
I'll answer all your questions.
Yeah, she she
No,
will
I love
answer.
that.
She will send you an audio, like a 3 hours
Like
audio. She'll be
literally.
like,
Okay,
"Babe,
so
my mood right now." But yeah, that's so cool. So that is the real price tag of your dream. That would say so the cost, the money that you are putting and investing in it.
well, that's part of it, mate.
That's yeah,
You
yeah. I
know.
mean, like we are companies to be honest. Like yesterday, I was watching a video of Kim Kardashian, and I loved the video because she was. I don't know if you've seen it or anyone's seen it. Like she was actually saying like, she's making like a master class. She was like, oh, if you want to make billions,
Mm.
she was like, I'm gonna tell you how I turn, um, people being like telling me that like I wasn't enough into billions. And I was like, why? She was like, because I don't sell products. I'm the product. And I'm like, that's true.
Mm.
That's true.
Yeah, I think she must be quite smart.
No,
Like,
she
in
is
general, that.
smart. Like people keep talking shit about her just because I think it's because she's a woman and because she's kind of the stereotype of woman that people doesn't like, but that's how she
It's because
is.
women often are so jealous of other women. And that's
Why
literally
can
it.
yeah please
It's
can we
so
talk
weird.
about this just for a bit? I mean, no
Yeah.
shame, yeah, like yeah, it is. Anyway, shame.
It literally
Shame.
is. Fucking hate
Shame
it.
on you.
Hate it.
Anyway, so like I have a thing is like I seen the Kardashians for so long, yeah, and I don't see it as like a gay guy just watching the Kardashians, yeah. Can be, but like I don't feel I like it. I love them. Why? Because they are a proof of that woman can run the business, can run everything without a man. Like I'm a man, but sometimes it's nice to see these kind of things. You know what I mean? Because the fucking world is run by men, and But at the same time, men doesn't know how to live without a woman. Like for me, I'm gay. Like I need a woman if I want to have a baby. I need like my mom in my life because you know what I mean. So like we all need each other. But like woman especially is such an important thing in the world, and I think like now it's getting better to start valuing them. But like starting now is a little bit too late. So just seeing all these people making comments about, oh yeah, but she's just selling her body. She's just selling this. Like, can we all see the fucking reality TV show when this woman just wake up every fucking morning and she goes and she do this, she go to the gym. Of course, she can have surgeries. Another thing, stop, uh, stop putting it as it's a bad thing. If you are insecure about something and you want to fix it, why is a bad thing for you to go and fix it? Like I'm not supporting like as an easy way going get surgery. No. But if you want to do it, don't hide it, go for it. Doesn't matter how you did it, and if that make you feel better, be proud of what you just done because it's all about you. It's not about what people do. You know what I mean? So I'm not really overthinker of like, oh, should I do this because who's gonna think like that? No. Whatever I done in my life, I believe my heart. I believe that everything that I do is from a good heart, and I'm always trying to do the best for me and for the world around me. So if I done it in my own time to myself and I do something, I will always gonna be explicit about it because I don't regret what I done. If I regret it, I apologize about it, but I will never hide it because it was part of my journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is what I was talking about. Like this kind of thing about the Kardashians. I think that they are like crazy people. They are like incredible business. Like
Yeah.
they work, they run everything, and they are the only people that you can put that on any man. Because any other artist, they are like, oh yeah, because the husband is this one, because this guy. All Beyonce's live right now is all on JC's and everything. A woman always have people have to take about the credits of the work that the woman does. You still see Beyonce and you see her voice, you see her talent, you see her thing. You know what I mean? So I don't understand what's the hate every time a woman is successful. Why?
But I think it's because of like insecurity as well to a certain extent because most people don't do or like don't work to their highest capability. Most people give like not 100% in life all the time. That's okay because you can't do it all the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's easier if you've had like the opportunity to not give like 100%, to only give 80, and then at some point maybe you get a bit obsessed or upset, not obsessed, with people who try to give a bit more
Yeah.
than you, do you know? And I think that kind of leads you into like one of those many cycles in life where you either jump out at a certain point or start like really feeding yourself with hate. And I feel like especially when you're insecure about a certain subject, it'll be easier to like try and like be nasty to others about it because you yourself know how shitty it feels. So I think like all these people being insecure for the Kim Kardashians, for example, I think a lot of women are hating on them because they would love to look like that. They're insecure about
Yeah.
their own body probably, and they would like to so have the opportunity to maybe have the same financial background to reach that. But then on the
Only for
other
one
hand,
day.
I'm not really into like any shows too much, yeah, but I do know that Kris Jenner is a fucking manager and a very cold ass business lady, and
Yes, she
she's
is.
put up that entire empire for her children. Do you know? Where
And the
I'm thinking, like,
grandchildren and
exactly
everyone
where I'm thinking, like, think of
below.
ASAP Rocky's like where he's like that clout song, yeah, where he's like, I put 2 mil in the safe just in case it doesn't go my way because his kids need to have money, not just me that's selfish, yeah. They pumped that to the biggest extent. I remember like it being on Instagram everywhere. But Kris Jenner, like literally doing that for years, only like recently people have actually looked into her like being an actual like workforce, you know, and not just somebody who like also married a rich man at some point because she did first, but
Yeah, but that's not the
then
point.
she built an empire on it, you know, and she did that by herself. She had that idea. So yeah, I think hate is just unnecessary. It wastes your energy and it takes up too much space in this world already. So why would you
Yeah.
want to contribute to
Like
that?
I reached the point where I realized that the only hater that I care is about myself.
Yeah, or my
Me
mum.
hating
If
me.
my
Oh
mum
my.
if my mama hates,
I
I'm like,
do
okay.
like listen. No, no, no. Like for me, not even my mom. I do not care about anyone else's opinions. Like, but I'm the biggest hater of myself, and that's the only thing I care. Every time that my brain tells me something bad about me, I get so annoyed. I get so angry, and I'm like, why I keep doing this shit? But if you come to me and you told me something bad,
Do you journal?
I wouldn't
That
give
really
a fuck.
helps.
You are not the first one to tell me
I swear
that.
it really does.
Oh my God! people told me 3 times. Yeah, but I'm dyslexic as fuck. I
Doesn't
struggle.
matter who reads it. Like,
Who reads
Jeanette's
it?
your
Just
journal.
write it there. But that's my journal. You guys are my journal. This is gonna be my journal now. Like, why am I gonna write it? I'm gonna put subtitles so people can read it.
People can read it.
So this is my journal. You guys are my journal. So, but yeah, no, literally, yeah. Let's journal.
Let's journal.
Let's journal. So
Right.
yeah, so we reached the point of this the price tag. So really nice. Price tag for her. It's money, baby.
Money.
The money that she's spending in this amazing dream that people is talking, because we don't talk enough about all the good things and bad things. Like even people, you see all this cat's eye, for example. Do you see cat's eye? Another one. Ah!
What
You
cheese?
guys don't know cat's eye?
Do you mean a blue, white? No, that's not an evil
Cat's
eye.
eye.
Sorry, that
No,
wasn't
cat's
what
eye is a party in Hollywood Hills. Gnarly. Fried chicken, gnarly. You don't know that one? Hardy, hardy, making like a take. I'm the shit.
I
No?
love it already, but no.
But you need to watch it. So like everyone is talking about it, about how much money like they just made, because they just become the biggest group right now in Earth. Like everyone is talking about them. They're really good. They're really young, but they're really good. So people are talking about, oh my god, they have so much money. You guys know exactly, like go and Google how much money these people have. None, because they are on debt with the label.
Oh,
The label is
360.
spending so much money. You see them in amazing cars. You see them like in hotels. That is not their money. They don't need money like in their pockets. Of course, they need money to send to pay rent to the parents or something. But like you guys are talking about, oh my god, they're making so much money. No, they are paying the debt right now that the label has given them, and they still put in there. The music videos are crazy. The whole tour thing, the cars, the security. You guys don't even know. Like they only been there for 2 years, and they still not getting like they probably are getting like the same salary. Well, no, that's crazy. But they're getting a little bit like a salary, yeah, just to cover some expenses about like I don't know, family things or whatever. But they are not rich. That doesn't work like that. Like even Justin Bieber, like his wife, sorry, just have to sell her company just because he was on debt. And you are like, these people has royalties forever, and more Justin Bieber, like he will get on royalties for my playlist, because I'm listening to him every 24 hours a day. But he like that doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Like people just get rich, the money comes and money goes. Exactly how your 2 or 3K that you do a month as a normal human being is the same thing that happened with them. They go on tour and they have 10 millions, 20 millions. Think about the cost of what the life of they have. Don't think that they're gonna be millionaire forever. That doesn't work like that.
Depends also on what contract you have. That sounds like a 360 record deal. That's basically
Yeah.
where you just are like the performer. You're not really the artist anymore.
No, it's
But
the product. Like they're a product. Like they are
Well,
total
but it
product.
depends. Like for example, like I said, I just started a new uni course, yeah, and some people actually just want to be a performer. And if you
Yeah.
are like
That'll be
just a-
me.
Yeah, but you didn't like that no more at some point.
Yeah,
You
but
were
like that, but
"Bitch,
like,
I
for
wanna
ex-
be
but,
authentic."
but that's what I mean. Like for real, that I would love to be authentic, because I would love to have the skills that I want to put my heart out. But like that's what I've been doing. I just been getting paid to go on a stage. But everyone gave me the clothes, gave me the choreography, gave me the songs. You know what I mean? So that is actually like what I used to be. And I went to these shows, getting the money, and spend the money. People think I'm rich because you see me traveling everywhere and everything. No. I spend my money on that trip, and after I come back, broke. So that's the reality of it. Everyone is like, oh my god, you have such an amazing life.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, I do. But after it's like drugs. After the highs, the downtime.
always lows,
So that's how actually the come down. Yeah. So that's how I actually been doing. So if you are a really like good artist, you were talking about it. If you are an artist that want to create everything, that you write your song, you do something, that is a different thing. You will get a little bit more
Yeah,
money.
that or like obviously also like independent record deals, 50-50 deals. There's like so many different record deals out there as well, independent like opportunities. Of course, they don't have the same like budget as like the major labels do, but it really does depend on like what you want from your career as well. I think that's like one of the most valuable things like we've discussed today as well. Your
Yeah.
journey of like being like on this path of realizing I didn't like that and refinding what you actually like want to do and being so like passionate about it again. That's like one journey, and that's really nice to see, do you know? And I have a similar kind of story as well. I'm like, I was really passionate about in Germany, then kind of let it go, had to refine myself, do you know?
Yeah.
I think that's partially of what being an artist is, that you keep going through these phases where you redevelop and evolve, do you know? And that kind of can be really beautiful, but obviously hearing about these 360 deals, that can be quite like depressing. But then on the other hand, depends. Maybe they're really happy in their 360 deals. Do you know?
Yeah.
Maybe they really wanted this. And now
Yeah.
they got this.
Yeah, real.
And
That's
we're
true
happy
though.
for them, aren't we?
Really, I support you guys. Keep going with your dreams.
Exactly.
So yeah, so like, oh, that was a really nice. Really, I love this podcast because there's gonna be a lot of information that people didn't know. Like I say, people, I'm talking about myself. I didn't even know. As I'm telling you, everyone gave me everything, so everything was sorted. But yeah, so independent people, like they start from the beginning, and everything. They get to learn so much, and they are so protected to their own things because it's theirs.
Yeah.
Like for me, someone come to me and I'm singing in the stage, and they take on with the mic. I'm like, okay, you gotta pay me anyway. You know what I mean? But that's the kind of thing. So there are different artists. And listen, another thing is like, I'm not ashamed of being a product created by other people. I'm not ashamed of it because I enjoy it at the end of the day, and it was fun. And you choose your own journey, and people can judge, people can know. Like if I sing a song from someone else that someone else wrote, like if you don't like it, it's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? When you are a songwriter, when you are whatever, that's a little bit hard with that. What people take so seriously because you put your song out and you're just expecting your heart out is your whole
To be
feel.
honest with you, not really. Like,
She's gonna deny me now. She's like,
I
well,
swear because like
I will write a different one.
sometimes, yeah. First of all, got many songs.
I
And second
don't.
of all, I'm just like, if somebody doesn't like it, you know, they don't have to like it. I don't think that every piece of music that is really successful got made because the person thought like, I want other people to like this. I think that's a myth of the industry. I can't
Yeah,
lie.
yeah.
We are all now like, you have to make pop music so you get heard and da 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 da. No, mate. Somebody like, especially like for example, Michael Jackson. Yeah. Look at his story. He wrote like he was like he wanted to go into an industry where because of his heritage he couldn't actually physically, or he was not supposed to get in. Yeah, he continued doing what he wanted to do, and they started eating him up. Do you know? And I'm just like, that is obviously
In which way?
he was the fucking king of pop because he
Oh.
fused his genres the way he
So out
wanted
for
to.
a minute.
Nah, literally, like I watched the MJ musical, and I don't know how historically correct it is.
We're
but
gonna have someone from MJ the musical here.
really, oh, fuck yeah!
I will
that
let
was
you know,
so
guys.
good, by the way.
I need to go and
very,
watch
very
it.
good.
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, they kind of also talk a bit about how he kind of came up, and there's this moment where he comes to Hollywood first, and he goes to the studio, and he like just sang his melodies, and nobody knew, okay, what genre is this going to be? Thriller as well, also like such a like groundbreaking song for that time as well.
Oh
do
my
you know?
God.
And also with like the black performance on it, obviously, like God bless, we've developed a little bit since
I
then,
know.
but, like,
I know.
that's what I'm saying, basically. Just be yourself. Be, like, truly you. Don't try and do trendy music unless you already have a deal that asks you to do something.
Or if you like it, because
Or
if you like it, there's
of
nothing
course.
wrong
Of
if you like
course, we
it.
take
Well,
that
it's
into
like,
consideration.
yeah, it's
I
all
really
about
do.
how you feel about how you like it. So if you're like, because there's so many artists, I think like they're so fed up of being like, oh, you just a product. But why if that's what I
You
do?
have to be a product.
Why
You
if this is
can't
what
be
I
fed
do?
up with it. You can't be fed up. Even if you go your independent way, you're a product still. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's never a situation where you're not a product when you're in this kind of industry.
But the thing is like, what's the product of being a product? Because being a product, you want to sell. Doesn't matter what you do, you're always gonna be a product. So
Basically,
why the word product is a bad thing? Like there's something that people need to start get away. Get away, get away, get away. Like product is a good thing. You are in a business. What do you do in a business? Sells products. So if someone call you, oh, you're just a product. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. What are you? Proud
Who
of
are you?
what? What are you? If you are not a product, why are you talking to me then? We are not talking the same. Let's talk numbers. Yeah? I mean, not to me, with me, no. I'm talking about with someone that want to be a product in a way. But yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Oh, good. So no. So it's called Red Flag or Real Talk. Okay. So this is a segment where you tell me a little bit, what you tell us a little bit about this time, this time in your life where you seen so many red flags and you still went ahead, and that's when a real talk, like a red flag, becomes a real talk. You know what I mean? So you were talking about, for example, like this guy that was about the perp. I'm gonna call him the perp anyway. But
That
yeah,
really,
you can be love,
but
can be
actually-
work. Well, love now because you say that you don't share your love stories. She needs to sit down with Taylor Swift and it will be fixed. Yeah, I know what
can't
you
lie,
mean.
I'm not
Let's not
that
talk
girl.
about it.
I'm
I
not
don't want
that
hate
girl.
on my podcast. Apparently, this woman is actually running the business. Do you know that
is-
she was on
she
Croydon
is.
last week?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. She's fucking great, man. She's fucking good at what she. I think to keep it kind of like on the music topic again, I'm just gonna deepen a little bit the red flags I chose to overlook at the Joy Studios. I think that could be quite beneficial because basically it's linked back to that subject where sometimes when you're so excited about something being really, really good, you choose not to see the red flags at first until you kind of have to. So for me, for example, it was like this producer had invited me to the studio, and I knew that like Hans Zimmer recorded some of his like film music there, do you know, and I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go there. I would just want to listen to my song in like that audio room. So I went there and I did do that, did listen to that song and everything. But there were a few red flags that day already. Like there was like not the most professional conversations, you know, and I'm always the type of person I'll say yes for a very long time until you like push me to a barrier where I don't say anything at all often because I have like I'm dealing with this, yeah, but like I have trouble saying no sometimes. So I'm just like, okay. So I kind of was like in the studio late at night. He was telling me all these things about, oh yeah, I know the people who own this. I partially have like part in this. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, okay. Like in my head, I already know. I'm like, that's probably not true. But my heart is like, please let it be true, because I'm just like, I want this to be true. Then I'm allowed to play on that piano, and I'm just like, oh fuck yeah, man, we're reaching there. Something I really like this.
You're with a piano. You are like a kid with a lollipop.
Yeah, literally, it's
She
like,
is
don't tell her
that.
about puppies. Be like, I got a
just give her a
Steinway
piano
standing there. I'll
and
like,
she'll
alright,
be
no
like,
problem.
oh,
I'm
let me go there.
You literally just see me walking off the cliff straight. But yeah, no, so definitely did that. And then afterwards, I also like, that was like a really big red flag. He like continuously messaged me, and we kind of had like private conversations where I thought, oh, maybe he's going to be my friend. No,
Oh my
babes.
God,
He
that's
didn't want
so
to be your friend. He
cute.
didn't want to be your friend. Like literally, that was also a pretty big problem, because I like having like friends with different like cultures, different backgrounds, different genders. I don't give a shit, you know. The more diversity, the better. Actually,
Like
in my-
music for you. Like
yeah,
we don't
literally,
define genres. We don't
exactly.
define anything.
Exactly. I'm quite like that.
She's an open
I'm
window.
just like, I like to get to know things I don't know to a big extent. That's also one of my problems. That's also a red flag of me. Like, but basically, I really did neglect all of these aspects. As soon as it starts being like personal and like late at night sessions during hours where you should probably be home, do you know, like at 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't have to be in a studio with a professional producer. Like, I was yawning this shit and I was like, yeah, I'm still
Well, why
here.
you didn't put your own like boundaries? Like for me, I'm a person that I'm going to the studio and I'm tired and I'm like, guys, job is done.
Because literally, he kept like showing me like all these cool things, do you know, like, and I was like working literally in the studio. We like took one of my songs from like just like the MP3 and started like working and expanding it, and I was like blown away. I was like, this is cool, man. This dude is actually talented, you know. And then he kept going upstairs smoking cigarettes. So I was like, always had to walk along. And then he told me about all these opportunities he's getting, and I'm like, whoa. That's when I already kind of thought, okay, there's maybe a bit.
Yeah, but it's so crazy that as much as I'm talking about these kind of things, I'm like, people that they are starting in this industry, or they want to like. I remember when my first time that I went into studio, where like I was so excited, I was so hyped up. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in the studio, and I'm still going every time I go in the studio, but for 1 hour. After 1 hour, I'm already done.
Really?
Literally, all these seasons of like 7-8 hours. I used to like, I have to do one with a live band, yeah. And one of the good things about me, like when I'm recording a song or something, is like I always do the same take. Like if you tell me to do the same take 3 times, it's gonna be exactly the same one.
Damn, that's pretty good.
It's like I went to the studio and the producer was like, Jaime, shout out to Jaime, brother. He was like, bro, he was like, it seems like you have like auto-tune already put in your voice, like you are matching. And he came and I was like, what are you talking about? And he came and he was showing me the lines. He was like, is everything exactly the same?
Perfect.
He was like, and I was like, yeah, thank you. And I was like, so I'm a studio singer. I'm not a live singer. But no. It was like, so it was really nice. But at the same time, I don't have this excitement that people have there now of like going to studio. I think this becomes so much like a work, like a job, that when it becomes a job, you lose the sense of the love that you had. You know what I mean? So yeah, really good. It doesn't happen to you.
I
You
get
just
obsessed
enjoy
with
it.
it, literally,
She
because-
loved to be in the stage.
yeah.
She loved to be in the stage. She loved to be in the piano. She
but
just
I-
loved to be everywhere. She just loved creating.
It's like literally the one thing I'm really obsessed with. Do you know, when I grew up, I didn't have too many interests. Like, I liked a few things, yeah, don't get me wrong. But the one thing that has never changed is that I've always liked music. So it's kind of like a relationship to a certain extent. Like, you can rely on it. Do you know what I mean? I love when I can rely on shit. Like, I love when there's routine. I love when there's little
I
rituals.
love routines as
And
well,
I
yeah.
love when I can rely on shit. So that's just a win-win-win-win-win.
Like
The only thing
rituals?
that
What do you
is
mean
not-
rituals? Like cutting the neck of a chicken and putting it there? What you mean with a ritual? What you mean with that?
Rituals, like in the sense when you, for example, the first thing I do every morning is go out with my dog and have a coffee. That's the first thing I do every morning. When I come back, the next thing I do is I put my jacket exactly where I put it every other day.
That's OCD, darling.
No, that's my ritual.
That is fucking OCD. OCD. That is
no.
not a ritual.
That is my ritual. So you let me be.
Okay. No
I don't wash
diagnosis
up all my
yet.
dishes. I don't have OCD.
Any people that study these kind of things, please let us know that she
Oh,
has
they're already
OCD with the
working on me,
jacket
trust
in
me.
the same
They're already
thing.
working on it. They're already
Already
working on it.
So yeah, okay. So your rituals / OCD. So yeah. Okay.
Wait.
So you have your ritual, you have your routines. Okay. I like my routine, to be honest. But I didn't know before. I didn't like it. Now I'm used to it. Now I love it. I wake up 4 a.m. I go to the gym. I come
Did you
back.
say 4 a.m.?
I do indeed.
I
do indeed.
That's when
And
I go
I-
to bed, bruv.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
Babe, do you know something beautiful? Like at the beginning, I was pushing myself to go at 4 a.m. Yeah, but now I enjoy so much because I see the sun set
No,
or the
rise, baby.
sunrise.
I don't
Bilingual,
know.
babe, bilingual. So sunrise. So I love them. Like I walk. You see my Instagram in the mornings, and you just see me walking through parks, seeing the sunrise. Just everything is just beautiful. It just that's my ritual. You know what I mean? It's
So you got a
spiritual.
ritual, just
It's
like
just
me.
spiritual. It's not about me putting a jacket in it. It's just it's just
I go
going
for a
there.
walk before that, okay? I just need my shit to be where I left it.
That's good though. Organization.
Exactly.
That's really nice. So yeah, so basically, so that was your real flag, your red flag, sorry.
The real one.
A real red flag. RRF. Anyway, so you know how hard it was for me, my brain, to do that? You don't even know how hard it was that to do
I'm really
that.
proud of you.
Thank
God
you.
bless
I'm
it's
proud,
only-
and she's
God bless
proud.
it's 2 R's and not one.
Yeah, I was like, I'm dyslexic. I don't know why I keep doing this to me. Like, why am I just trying to
Do
spell
not
shit?
worry at all. Literally, I'm dyslexic as well. As
Do you know
soon as
how
I read
hard?
a sign from the far and I get close, I'm like, oh, not Stephanie. Sloan. Never mind.
So anyway, let's cheers for everything. There's always an excuse to cheers. Woo! For us.
I love that. Yeah, for us.
Welcome to the next segment. We are in the next segment.
Next
Anyway,
segment.
do you want to know the name of the segment?
Yes.
It's dream versus reality. Okay? So, when we were kids, we imagined the glam, the success, the stage lights. My life is finally together, you imagine all these kind of things. So, when you were a kid and where you are now, like, how is your reality now? Like, do you know exactly what I mean? Like, when I was a kid, I was dreaming to be a pop star. And now, if I would be a pop star, I wouldn't be happy because I know I'm still in the same state of mind. I'm still the same person. It just wasn't right for me right now. So, what about you?
I always wanted to be a musician. And when I was growing up, I never really fangirled over one person, but I had lots of people who I kind of liked. But the one person where I first saw a success story where I thought maybe that could be something for me was when I first saw Adele perform it live, because I was like, She's not a skinny girl. She doesn't look perfect, and she has a good voice. Maybe we do have something in common.
Oh,
And then I was like, no, that was small, cute, insecure Sydney, you know? And now I'm just like, okay, bitch, I actually do not give a shit if people like anything I do. I just like what I do. That's
yeah, that's cute.
But I think like when I look at my kind of archetype, my kind of product, I do think I kind of have something a little bit rebellious, and with like my band and every like my project and my release in May, I do think it kind of has something from like a pop rock style.
Okay.
You know, and I'm not gonna go away from that, because if you can dream it, you can do it. And that's the one thing my family always said. So I never really altered that. I just stuck to it.
That's so delusional. I love it.
I know, trust
I
me.
love
But
it.
you kind of have to like believe in it, like.
No, but that's
believe
real.
it's
That's
real.
real. That's real. And that's when you get places. That's nice.
So when you get places, well, let's see where we get. But I like the journey as well. Do you
That's
know?
the main
I think
thing.
that is quite important. I think that's where some people either like make it or break it, because it's not always the nicest journey to go on this artist journey. Sometimes you don't have any money, you don't have a finished product, maybe you don't even know where to start, maybe you don't know where to finish. You know, like there's so many different things in this industry that you really have to enjoy the process of creating yourself and your art. And I always feel, and this is genuine, like, I always feel like every time when I have the most fun with being myself and making my music, that's when people always come and want to have a piece of it. Guess who's been messaging me? That fucking producer guy. He's like, did you get my final mix? I'm like, babes, you see, I already released the song. I paid you for, like, what
Without
the
you,
fuck?
motherfucker.
Like, literally, do you know? So, like, people always come back to you, and you actually, like, then have the opportunity to show that you can also work on it by yourself, or that you are enjoying it yourself. Even with like the No Damn song I released yesterday, like I didn't really put a lot of marketing into it, like, or like promotion. I released like 3 reels for the song, do you know, 3 reels for the previous song.
Yeah.
It's kind of my thing right now until next year, but basically next year I got some videos coming and everything, but like for now I just wanted to start out with like a gentle reminder. And people, like, even though I'm not paid anybody for it, I didn't even like, I got into a few playlists on Groover, but other than that, people have been like sharing lots of love, messaging me and being like, keep it going, do you know? And I'm like, thanks, I haven't heard anything from you in like 3 years, but really nice. Thank
But
you.
thank
I really
you.
do appreciate that. That's cute.
Honestly,
Thank you very
like,
much.
and when I saw you on the stage, oh, it was crazy. Like,
Cute,
we
thank
all the
you.
people that were performing that day with Real, it was with Real, I think. Real,
Yeah, it was Real
So it was Real. There were so many talented people, but like the only person I wanted to talk to, it was you. And as soon as you left that stage, I was like, babe, I was like, you are
We did
amazing.
have a good chat. That
I was
cute.
like,
You
you
had-
are
you had
amazing.
So many friends with you. That was
Yeah,
fun as
it
well.
was everywhere.
Everybody was dancing as well. It
Yeah.
was like nobody dancing before, and then your friends came and
It was
saved
so
the day.
fun.
It
It's, I'm
was
not gonna
great.
lie, like, yeah, I love my friends. They were so cute. But like, yeah, so I saw it and I was like, how do you manage of your insecurities putting away when you are on the stage? Because you don't seem an insecure person when you're on the stage.
Because they just fall away when I'm on stage. Then I get into the music. And
Why do I have to take to get there?
I think you just have to really like put your priority on not how people perceive you as a person in your music, or proud and their
Yeah.
music, but rather the like just how you sound.
Thank
Just
you.
like
Am I gonna try that?
rely on that as well. I think like a lot of people think that the music industry, because it is also like a lot of good looking people obviously, and you also have to have something interesting like visually about you obviously, but like you don't have to be perfect. You have to like get people or like connect with them, and you don't do that through looks often. Like sometimes you do, like, don't get me wrong, but like the main priority should still be the music. And that's why I very much appreciate artists like, and how you sound. You know?
Yeah. Anyway, I had so much fun. Like,
I forget
so
it.
much
What-
fun. Wait, thank you so much for coming today. Like, thank
Thank you
you.
for
I have
having me.
so much fun. I think the whatever you just said today, that it was so fun. Like, you just give so much information to all the people that they're listening.
Trying.
And we will get links and everything in down below, in whatever, Spotify, Apple, everything. Gonna be there links for everything. And thank you, baby.
Of course, thank you, my lovely.
And another thing that I want you to ask, can you just say to our listeners, un hasta luego, amigos? Because I'm the South American guy, I'm the Latin guy. I want a little bit of Latino vibe in here.
Hasta luego, yeah?
Hasta luego, amigo.
Hasta luego, amigo.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you so much. And please don't forget that every Wednesday, I'll be sitting here with different artists and everything. So I'll see you next Wednesday. Love you.
Welcome to the Mind Corner, where soul meets sound. I'm proud, your guide, where real thoughts abound.